Hello, hello. Can you guys see me okay? With this light behind me, it's very bright. Let's see if I can put that salt lamp away. Is that better? Hey guys, hi Emma, hi Heather. How are you doing? Please let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. See, it looks a little dark. Let me see if I can. Where is my remote? My remote. Oh, there it is. I got it. That's better. 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 Hello, everybody. Oh, Lord, my neck. Moonwitch. I would love a card. We live on a game farm in South Africa where after 9 years of working, the new manager wants our house and wants us. Oh, Lord. Okay, we'll get your card. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me write down your name. Or at least your YouTube name. Moonwitch 1. I hope everybody's doing all right. Over here, it's been challenging. Great. Bonjour, Frederic. Oh, I hope the internet holds today. I just wanted to see, I don't know how you guys are doing, but I almost feel like everything I have to do is like, even if it's like doing the dishes or hanging up the laundry or anything like that, it almost feels like with every activity I do, like I just ran a marathon. Like I have no energy. It's really weird. Like I've never felt this way before. So I wasn't sure if you guys are feeling similar energies or if it's just me. That's why I took a break from the personal readings, the personal sessions, just to kind of see if I can because I'm not feeling ill. It's not that. I don't have a migraine. I just feel completely and utterly drained. Like everything just feels like so heavy to do. Even the simplest things like cooking or helping the kids bathe or anything like that. It just feels like, I don't know, like there's just no more energy left in me. And it's really tough. Well, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, it's just weird, but I really want to continue, because I do need an income, unfortunately. But I'm gonna try and continue the Patreon, like the channeling. I've already been channeling for 2 days, for Jesus, and it's really interesting what's coming through, and I think it's blowing my mind. So I don't know if it's gonna blow yours, but I'm very like, what? No. So the stuff that's coming out is something I never even thought of, but I have to seriously, like, it takes me a whole day of little bitty channelings just to get maybe a half of the page filled, you know, and it's so stressful and draining. It's annoying, like it's pissing me off. I'm not happy with this. I'm kind of a go girl, and now it's like my entire body and energy is just telling me to slow down, and I'm not getting much explanation uh, on the spiritual level. So I know I just have to surrender to it and just kind of follow and honor what my body is asking me to do, which is to slow down. But I wanted to share something with you that I did receive kind of right before I felt like this drained mess. And that was because you know how we seem to keep having to deal with the same stuff over and over again, and we think we've processed it and we've healed from it, and we've neutralized the energies, And then it just keeps coming again and again after, it's these ups and downs, these ups and downs. And I got so annoyed by it. And I'm like, this can't be my stuff because I've dealt with all this stuff. I've dealt with these kind of emotions. I've placed them, I've healed them, I've transformed it. And you guys can, spirit confirmed to me that it was done. So I said, you guys got to be honest with me. You got to be truthful because I need to know what's going on. And they said, well, just like many of the other light workers, we're kind of the first wave of light workers that came to Earth to basically initiate and kind of plant seeds um, for this whole human awakening ascension process. And they said, although you protect yourself energetically, or your soul knows that it agreed to transfer the energies, the collective energies, and into positive frequency. And that in that way helping with the ascension of humanity and our planet and all of that. And they said you have to understand that you're like a water filter, but instead of filtering water, you're filtering energy. And so you've dealt and neutralized and healed all of the energies from the past. But what you're on and off tempo are receiving and feeling those you have these moments where you feel good and you're positive and it feels, yeah, we're going for it. And then all of a sudden you sink into this deep hole and it comes out of nowhere and it comes without any explanation. And you just kind of own it. And you think, oh, maybe it's something I haven't processed yet, and you kind of claim it as yourself. And there you go again, doing all the processing. And it's exhausting and it's tiring. And eventually you get rid of it and you start to feel better again. And they said, well, you have to understand that this roller coaster that you chose to use as a tool for you to help humanity is you whenever you're energetically strong enough, which is usually at the moment where we feel good, right? At that moment, you on a spiritual level, not the human self, but your spiritual higher self, allows a certain amount of collective energy from those people who are not awake yet, from those people who are still very much stuck in 3D and 4D, all of that negativity and that fear and that anxiety and all of that, harming people, judging people, all of that negative stuff, that very painful stuff. We as light workers allow ourselves in the moment that we're feeling good, that we're strong enough to go through this process again. We allow ourselves energy from the collective. We grab an amount of energy that our soul knows we can handle. We pull it in like a funnel. There's a funnel kind of in our head. We pull in this energy from the collective. It seeps in through the third eye into the system, the emotional center. We experience that as I feel like shit. I feel depressed. I don't want to be here. This sucks. And we have all these negative emotions that come up out of nowhere. And we think it's something that we haven't processed yet. Turns out it's not. It is literally collective energy that creates an emotional response that we can recognize, that we've been processing for years and years and years. So we know how to process it. And it sucks big time, but we know how to process it. And so we take that energy from everybody else. We're being of service to everybody else who hasn't awakened yet, who hasn't gotten to that point of understanding yet. And we process it as if we're processing our own stuff from the past. because it's the only way from the human perspective that we know how to process things, because we've seen it before, we've been through it before, we know how to process it. That's what the years of practice was, because most light workers have a shitty childhood, right? That was our practice run, okay? So we process it again and again and again, and we go through the motions, and we have to take our breaks, and we have to take our distance from the world. And there we go, doing all the work, doing all the work. And basically, out of the root chakra, the negative energy comes in, filters down to the heart chakra, and gets purified, um, changed frequency into positive, and then we release it through a root chakra. And I'm thinking, well, that makes sense, because for years I've worked on the same things, and because I keep thinking it's my stuff that keeps coming up. But now I'm starting. I got to the point of understanding that. Wait a minute. So basically, all us light workers are filters. We're a filtration system, and we signed up for it in order to help and assist the collective human race, in order to help and assist the transitioning and the liberation of the human race, because we are trapped here on earth under some kind of firmament, which is not very clear to me yet. But it's put into place by these entities who are trying to control us and use us and manipulate us and really don't give a shit about us. Um, and so we're prisoners here under this kind of dome or whatever, firmament, whatever it may be. It's an energy field of sorts that keeps us low. And the light workers and all of these indigo children and all of these people who are vibrating at a much higher frequency, unconsciously, we are the filtration system to literally help remove the toxins out of the collective energy by uh, forcing our human selves to constantly process this stuff, process these negative feelings, process these negative thoughts. And they just didn't tell us that, hey, these really don't belong to you. You recognize them, and they trigger certain things from your past, and they need to trigger it, because otherwise you don't know how to process it again. And so we're constantly being reminded of things we've already processed. The only difference is it really doesn't belong to us in the first place. Does that kind of make sense? Anyway, that kind of blew my mind. So we're a filtration system where shit comes in, goes through us. We're feeling like shit. We're processing it. We're doing all the work. It takes a lot of energy. We're feeling off. We're feeling sick. We're getting migraines. We're doing all of that processing. And basically, we're shitting out rainbows and unicorns in order to help everybody on this planet. I mean, that's my way of saying it. Okay. And that just, I mean, the prison planet theory, where it's not our, it's not, it's a creation on earth by physical beings. It's not spirit that's trapped here. It's not, don't go into the light bullshit. That's all bullshit. Okay. We're being trapped energetically by the fears and the manipulations that they're holding us here through this frequency dome, that if we transcend that frequency, then we can merge through the dome or through the firmament, and we're into a higher frequency. Does that kind of make sense? Anyway, let that sink in. So, and that's where I'm at right now. Although I feel like shit right now. This is the worst I've felt in a very long time, years and years and years ago. And I can't explain why. I have no explanation. Nothing has changed in my personal life. Everything is going as usual. Lots of paperwork, work with the kids, work with you guys. But that's what it's always been. So nothing has changed. But boy, do I feel like I took on a big load of shit to process, right? And so I was just so tired of, because I just didn't accept it anymore. I'm like, this can't be my shit. I processed this shit years ago. and they finally admit it. For some reason, they needed to tell me that now, maybe now because maybe I understand it better. I don't know, but for some reason, they decided to reveal that, and that's why the I've been getting a lot of ET visitations. So I got an update on that too. So I figured out who they are. So they call themselves the Eben, um, or something that resembles like that. That was the name that I got in my head. Um, and so, but they haven't really communicate to me with, with processing or sentences or anything like that. But they have been they've been healing me from time to time. I really hope they come soon and fix this problem. But they've elevated me up to the ceiling. I saw one in front of me directly. My eyes were closed, but he came. I saw him. I just closed my eyes and I saw what they looked like. They didn't scare me because I've seen similar beings on movies and television. So I was like, okay, hello. But the first moment you see them, it's kind of like, oop, and then you're like, okay, I can handle you. And then he touched my forehead and my whole body started tingling. And the next minute, I wake up in my bed. I don't remember falling asleep or because I had just laid down. I hadn't even fallen asleep yet. So something, time is missing there. Don't know what they're doing exactly, but they're definitely connecting. And maybe it's because I'm getting to that. I don't know. I really don't know why now. So I'm still trying to figure things out, and it just shows you that you can connect with spirit all you want, but you won't get the information until it's the right time to receive the explanation. And that's something I've learned to surrender to, that, I'll figure it out when the time's right. But it's almost like I'm getting all these puzzle pieces and I have to put it together. So anyway, I wanted to share that kind of enlightening knowledge that I just figured out. So if you're having a shitty day, if you're feeling like me, completely drained, and you just can't function anymore, it might just be that because they're showing me that there's an opening now. So, and this kind of opportunity to transcend humanity into the fifth dimensional plane will become harder after 2025. So it's almost like we're working double duty now. Whoever's sensitive or connected in anywhere form, we're working double duty, right? So it's taking us much more effort just to get through our daily lives because we're constantly unconsciously processing information and energy in order to help everyone on this planet, including the animals and the trees and everything. So keep that in mind. Don't get mad at yourself, or don't get because that's the human mind, and that I can see that too. I get disappointed in myself that I'm not strong enough to be able to do both at the same time. But I think it's really important to be gentle and kind to yourself and to really listen to your body, even if other people don't understand or your job doesn't get it. We need to honor and value ourselves. Otherwise, we won't be strong enough to process this stuff and it'll get to us, and we might just do things that, might not be part of the plan. But maybe, what I just discovered will help you guys as well to be able to give it a place when those feelings come in. Oh, wait, not my stuff. I'm just processing parts of the collective. I'm just doing my job, you know, um, and I'm just going to process it and let it go. Because I think the moment we understand that it's not our stuff that we're feeling, it becomes a lot easier to process it and let it go than if we take it personally, and then it becomes this whole, self-criticization, self-victimization, over and over and over again because we think we're not this or we're not that, um, or well, maybe I'm not good at this stuff or whatever. I don't know. I might just be talking a lot of nonsense, but I hope that kind of helps you guys. All right, let's get some cards going. I'm sorry, this took some time. I just really wanted to share with you what I'm discovering. Moon Witch. Yeah, go back to the beginning. Whoop, did you see that? That flew out. MC, because I don't know, it might clear up a lot of stuff. Moon Witch. Okay, let's see here. What was your question again? Forgot. Oh, yeah, there was something about. Oh, why is my computer not working? Something about. Oh, the farming in South Africa where you've been working for 9 years and they want your house and off the farm. Okay. Well, you have three cards that jumped out. One is this one. It reads, the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. And then you had this one. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition, which is very similar to the one we just had. And my happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So those three jumped out for you. So it seems to be very clear that what the universe or what your team, your spiritual team, your angels want you to know is that you are the creator of your reality. So it's about not allowing the idea of the farm in any way or form determine or shape or even define who you are and what you can be doing in this journey. It's all about understanding that you're being asked or challenged or given the opportunity to maybe redesign your journey where you are more in control of your own creation, of your own manifestation. That's kind of what I feel very strongly. And, they're saying the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I become. It's about understanding that what you've experienced in that farm is gaining knowledge and wisdom and experience. And, it's sort of like it was like it almost feels like a pre, I don't know the right word in English, like a preview of what's there to come. But it's all about being in control of your own life because as we move into a higher frequency, it's important to create your own thing and to no longer be dependent on others. Um, to provide the things for you. So I feel like there's definitely a reason or a purpose behind what is going on there. And it has to do with becoming completely independent, self sustainable, maybe creating something completely new that then will be an inspiration to others. So, whatever it may be, it may feel very scary at this moment, but they're saying have faith, believe in the universe, believe in yourself, and understand that what you choose to feel and how you choose to feel about what is going on will reflect the outcome will reflect that inner feeling. So it's almost like believe in yourself and you will create the exact same thing that is right for you in some way or form. I don't know if that makes uh, any if that makes any sense, but that's kind of what I feel like. Like it's not an ending, it's a beginning. It's a beginning. And it's all about leading by example, not by trying to not by trying to convince people with words, but basically, the way you act, the way you respond, your enthusiasm for something new, your excitement, that is what's going to inspire the people that are on this journey with you. So it's really about the inner thing. That's what the card said. It's all about the inner reflection. What you feel, you will send out, and other people will benefit from that vibration, that confidence, that um, new hope kind of energy that you will be sending out. So really kind of focus on that. I don't know if that makes any sense. I hope so, and I hope that helps. But that's what I'm getting. All right, Frederic. You have a long name, Osawa. All right, sweetie. We're going for the animals. Winry says, thank you. It does make sense, and I feel very good about the future, and I think that we should just trust. Yeah, I don't see it, don't feel it absolutely as anything negative. I don't even see it as an ending. It's almost like a beginning of something. It's like the universe is saying, hey, you got this. You guys need to create something even better. And it's all going to flow out of that. So there might be, I don't know, some fundings coming to you as kind of like a damage claim or whatever it may be. But something's going to lead to something's going to lead to something that's going to be good for you. That's what it feels like. Card for Frederic. Hoopa! There it went. Where you need to be, Frederic. Where you need to be. Acknowledge how you're feeling. Have the faith the universe will take care of a current concern by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. Whoo, Frederic, what am I feeling for you? I just get this feeling of being stuck, of not finding your way, not seeing the light. It's almost like you're in a dark forest and you see these kind of shadows of what could be a tree or what could be something else. But because it's so dark and there's no light guiding your way, you get easily lost and you get easily scared. Because it's just too unclear. You're afraid you're going to fall. You're afraid you're going to hurt yourself. You're afraid there might be predators, behind those trees. So it just kind of feels like you're walking a little bit on eggshells, because it just feels like you have no idea where you're going. And the advice here is stop looking ahead, but look at your feet. And if you just take one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, you will go in the direction you're meant to go, even if you don't know where you're going. Does that kind of make sense? I feel like they're trying to say, stop trying to see the whole picture, but try and take it one puzzle piece at a time and at your own pace and see, eventually you'll see the whole picture. You'll be guided to where you need to go. But because you're stressing about it, because you feel unproductive, you feel like a lot of times it's almost like you feel like a burden to your family, that you're not providing, or you're not assisting maybe in the financial department. I'm not really sure, but you're somehow not assisting with the family. Because of that, you kind of criticize yourself, and you feel weak, or you feel, yeah, it's mostly self-criticizing. That's what it kind of feels like. They're saying don't do that. Part of the journey right now for you is to just be, to be with your surroundings, to be with your relationships, to be simply feeling the energies around you, seeing the beauty around you. That's part of the plan for you, is to simply learn what it feels like to just be present with your reality and to allow whatever feelings come to surface, and then be able to look at those feelings and ask yourself, is it really necessary that I have these feelings? You know, or do these feelings of feeling inadequate or feeling not talented enough or feeling like a burden to your family, where do those feelings come from? Where did I feel that in the past? Did I have that as a child? It's about analyzing why you feel a certain way about yourself, knowing that you're perfect. There's no wrong turns to be taken. There's no failure in this world. There is simply experiencing, and simply just being is a wonderful, productive experience on its own. It's not because we don't, for example, make a ton of money that we're not being productive. Simply choosing to reside in a positive energy is 100% productive for the healing of the collective, for example. You cannot attach currency, financial currency, and only that which makes money is productive. It's not. Just simply being present with yourself, loving yourself, expressing gratitude on a daily basis for what you have, um, observing and experiencing this wonderful, beautiful planet. That alone is worth more than any money in the world, because it helps heal every single human on this planet. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Um, so it's really important to value your presence here, to start loving yourself and the journey that you're on, the very unpredetermined journey, because you're not here to have, with certain steady moments in your journey that you have to reach. You're here to be creative. You're here to just be and manifest and create and design and whatever it may be. You're simply here to do that. That's it. That's the only thing you wanted to do. And with that, reawakening the spiritual self, reconnecting to the world, seeing the beauty and sharing that beauty with everyone. That's it. That's what you're here to do. If you can just create and allow your world to inspire you to find beauty and magic all around you, that's all you need to do in order to make this journey a successful journey, you know. But either way, you've had experiences, and every experience has been valuable, and every experience has been precious, even though they don't always feel like that from your soul's perspective. They are irreplaceable and unique, and they are priceless. Okay, so really just calm down, breathe, be, just connect to your surroundings and to the people on a more deeper spiritual level, and allow that to open space for redirection and re-guide and kind of an inner guidance to show you one day at a time where to go. All right. That's what I'm getting. I hope that helps. All right. She says, yes, I see, but my surroundings are kind of putting pressure on me. I get that, because not everybody around us is operating at the same frequency, but that's exactly what you need to use. How can I get to a point where no matter what anybody says around me, they cannot affect me in any way or form in a negative way? That's part of the journey of being. When we just allow ourselves to be, and we find fulfillment in that, and we find wholesomeness in that, and we find self love in that, then it doesn't matter who is putting pressure on you, they won't be able to. They won't be able to, because you're good. You know you're enough. You have to find that fulfillment within yourself and not be reliant on other people, no matter how much you love them, no matter how close they are to you, to dictate how you feel about your journey and how you feel about yourself. Does that kind of make sense? That's part of the journey. That's part of being. I hope that makes sense. When we're in beingness consciousness, it means that we feel one with ourselves and our environment. It's kind of like Jesus. He was chased and ridiculed and you know, tortured and all of that stuff. Yet nobody could touch his heart. You know, it's like Nelson Mandela. He was locked up for no reason for an entire era of his life. Yet he came out with a smile because he knew that as long as I am happy with me, as long as I love myself, as long as I keep seeing the beauty around me and the magic around me, there's nobody that can take away my joy. There's nobody that can take away my hope, and there's nobody that can make me feel bad. And that's the thing. That's what Gandhi did too. You know, there's so many examples out there of not allow of people not allowing their outside world or even their closest relatives or connections to change how they feel about themselves and their journey. And that's the lesson here. That's what they want you to master, you know? And once they see that they can't force you or manipulate you, they'll back off and they'll let you be who you want to be, you know? And whatever flows out of that is it needs to happen. Everything happens with reason and purpose. There's always a reason why things happen the way they do, even if they're uncomfortable or if they're really comfortable and they're really good. You know, both ways are perfect for the journey that you've chosen. So we need to get into that state of acceptance. Um, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We have to just accept that, right? That even if we're going through a hard time, our soul is benefiting from this. You know, we are benefiting from this on a higher level, and it's going to help us get closer to God frequency. That's something we need to, you know, and all relationships are, I mean, we have, if you look at it, we have millions and millions of lifetimes with millions and millions of consciousness and people and other entities. Um, so relationships are simply put into place in order for both souls to have and create certain experiences, and that's how you have to see it. You know, they're not ownerships in some way or form. You know, this is my husband, and this is, you know, I've never seen relationships like that. At least that's not how I've experienced. To me, even my children, they're not my children. They are souls that chose to have this experience with me, and they chose me to be a part of that exchange of experiences in order to help all parties involved. And that's just how it is, you know? And it's about putting that knowledge, that intellectual wisdom into practice, because the biggest problem is most spiritual people know all of this, yet their responses tell a whole different story. So their emotional responses do not align with what we know to be true. We know we don't die, yet we're scared of death. Or I'm not, but a lot of people are. Even the people who are spiritual. I've seen so many people on their deathbeds, you know, that I talk to, you know, right the day, 2 days, sometimes before they die, they want to talk to me. And I know they're dying, you know, and they'll tell me, you know, I'm dying and, you know, just want to make sure everybody is there. Is this really happening? Am I really going to a good place? These are people who have 30, 40 years of spiritual awakening, right? They know the ins and outs of how the universe operates. They understand everything. But the moment that time comes where they're about to transition, It's like they never believed it with their heart. They understood it on an intellectual level, but they didn't become it. They didn't become their truth. It stayed an idea, but it didn't incorporate or filter into the heart space. And that's the hardest part about ascension, is to transform this into feeling your truth. So we know we shouldn't self-judge because we're perfect beings created from a source that's perfection. Yet we criticize ourselves every day because we feel not pretty enough, too fat, too short, too too stubby, whatever it may be. Um, this and this, aligning those two and feeling what you know to be true is one of the most difficult processes of spiritual enlightenment, because you can know everything there is to know intellectually, but until you become that truth in your daily life, in how you feel about you, how you feel about life, then all that intellectual knowledge doesn't really do anything. Do you see what I'm trying to say? And that's for everyone, you know. So many people tell me they are this, you know, and they are forgiving and they are compassionate people and there's no judgment. And then I look at their comments on Facebook and it's judge, judge, judge. But in their mind, they're not judging. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there's getting over that ledge of moving, you know, it's basically we need to, instead of intellectualizing spirituality, we have to emotionalize spirituality. We have to feel it. We have to feel the divine beings that we are. And that means being able to look in the mirror and going, I'm perfect. You know, we have to feel that we're eternal beings. Therefore, it doesn't matter what we do here. We live eternally. It's just an experience. It doesn't matter. Why are we so scared? Why are we so stressed out all the time? Why are we so lost all the time when it's just an experience? It's just like choosing to jump out of an airplane for the experience. It's the same thing. You're jumping into a body for a very short amount of time just for the experience, you know, and then you go home and you talk about it and you share it with people and you share it with spirits. And it was just an experience. Until we can feel all of that truth to be true here, we can never be liberated from the human conditioning of fear. And that's something that Jesus and Buddha and all of them mastered, was to no longer be defined by the human understanding, the human emotionality, but to be defined by the spiritual emotionality, which is two different frequencies. So that's the hard bit. And I'm not fully there. You know, that's what we call enlightenment, you know. And so part of that journey to get there is to be able to live life just one day at a time and see it as an experiment. It's an experiment for you to discover what you're good at manifesting, who you are, you know, through the different experiences that you manifest in some way or form, that you create in some way or form, or requests, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. We're always requesting something on an energetic level. And so we need to just simply be, live, you know, allow the opportunity of the universe to unfold itself as it comes. And that doesn't mean that every day is going to be great and exciting. Sometimes you're going to have a whole year where you're like, nothing really changed, nothing really happened. But maybe that year wasn't very eventful because the universe is trying to give you the opportunity to go inward and to really work with yourself and to not be distracted by too many changes outside of you. You see? There's always something. Humans want to see direct change outside of themselves, but we can't get that change outside if we can't even deal with our inner self, if we can't even feel peace just being us, you know, if we can't even tap into that eternal, perfect essence that we are, and tap into the understanding of what the world really is. It's just a virtual reality that's set into place and created on a collective scale that we choose to participate in order for us to have certain experiences and in order for the collective to also have certain experiences. That kind of makes sense. Anyway, I'm blabbering on. I'm sorry. I hope that helps. All right, let's see. What else do we have today? Perdita. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Perdita. Good and now. Good and now. I don't know. Let's get you a card. I'm being drawn to you for some reason. You're welcome, Frederic. I know. I blabble. I just feel like I need to say certain things for some reason. Whoopah. There it went. Flew right up. Hope. Perdita. Hope. This is your card. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectation can help change a negative situation into a positive. For some reason, I'm being drawn to this rose that she's holding in her hand. And then she has like this rose bracelet. There's something about the rose that's coming in. It's almost like they're saying you're waiting for something, and because it's not coming fast enough, you're getting frustrated about it. But they're kind of saying, patience is a virtue in this case. Whatever it is you're waiting for, whatever it is you want to see manifested, they're saying it's not the right time. It's almost like, but know that the rose is, it's blooming, it's budded, it's coming. You just need to wait until you find the rose or until you see it blossom. It's almost like be patient because it's in the making. The flower is there, the bud is there, but you haven't seen the beauty of it yet. Be hopeful, stay positive. It's almost like when things don't, it's almost like you've been waiting for quite some time for something to unfold and you're starting to give up hope that it's ever going to happen. They're saying, do not give up hope. Do not. Okay. Something beautiful is on the horizon. It's right there. It's right over the rainbow. It's coming. It's almost like she's looking. She's looking. It's like it's right there. I can see it. Just be patient. Okay. It's gonna come at the right time. They promise, they say. Promise, but we need you to hold on a little bit longer. Stay hopeful, stay positive. Whatever it is you want to see happen or come true, it's on its way. All right. There you go. Hope that helps. Heather says, I love the spiritual education you give. I think I know we don't die, but do I feel it? I suspect one day we'll find out exactly. That's the thing, isn't it? We know so much, but when it comes to feeling something in our core, the profound feeling, so much that it becomes us, that's where we still lack a lot in the 44th dimension. All right. All right. Let me just check on. Oh, I forgot to put my Patreon page on the right one. I'll get that there. Let's see who else wanted a question. June 11th. Here we go. Who am I being drawn to? Karen W. Karen W. All right, Karen. This one. No, doesn't feel right. That one. Karen. Karen W. Hold on, half my pack fell. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know today. I've been watching this documentary on Netflix. We might be losing Netflix soon because we're not allowed to share anymore. Well, then I'll just cancel it out of protest. Because we use me and brother and I, we use my mom's Netflix because she never watches it, but she still pays for it on her package of TV and phone and all that stuff. And apparently we might not be able to watch it much longer, and I don't have the fundings to pay for all that extra stuff. But watching this documentary about this orca thing breaks my heart. Those animals. I get, sometimes they get into a situation where they're not taking it anymore. But I feel bad for the trainers because they usually love these animals really bad. Boom! There it went. Karen. Anyway, go check it out. Childlike devotion. This is for Karen. Childlike devotion. You are multi-talented. You are a multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. Karen. Karen W. I'm being drawn to all these, it's like a fish with multiple colors. I don't know if you guys can see that. But it's almost like you're this multifaceted, very deep, profound, knowledgeable soul. Yet you keep thinking so small about yourself. It's like you tend to compare yourself to others around you. And all you still see, although you've been working on this for quite some time, I feel years and years and years of processing, but all you still see is failure. While all the universe sees is the depth of your wisdom through all of the experiences that you've had, and you've had a ton of experiences. So it's about changing perspective. If you want to experience your world in a different way, you have to start by changing the perspective. Look at your past as a treasure. It's like a treasure chest. And with every experience you had, you collected some kind of jewel. And you've had so many experiences that you've collected a chest full of they just keep showing me like this pirate's chest. You've collected a chest full of diamonds because every experience was so valuable to your experience as a soul, your desired growth pattern that you wanted to see in this lifetime. And all you see is an empty chest because you feel that all of those experiences, although you sort of understand on an intellectual level that they brought you wisdom, they didn't make your life better. It's like, collecting all the diamonds, but still only seeing rocks, right? not seeing the value of the diamonds. And so that's perspective. So they want you to look in your treasure chest and really see the value of all of your rocks. So you can then move forward with a smile on your face, with a knowing and a feeling that you rock. You shine bright like a diamond. Um, and that you and your knowledge and just your beingness is priceless, a priceless source of information and knowledge for everyone who wants to benefit from that, but also a priceless source of energy for the collective on this earth. So change your perspective on your entire journey, your entire beingness. And this way, you will start to change how you choose to feel about your future. Because only positive things and good things are just around the horizon. But until you feel that that positivity is possible for you, or even start feeling like you deserve and are that positivity, until then, you will continue to feel crappy about your journey, even though it's not that bad. That's kind of what they're saying. I don't know if that makes any sense. But that's what they're saying. Your life is okay. You're just your perspective on it, though, is what gives you the icky feelings and gives you the anxiety and gives you the panic attacks and gives you all of that. So it's just a perspective. It's not the reality of what's really going on. All right. So there, Karen, I hope that helps. Perdita says, I glean from everyone's readings as well. They all resonate with me. I learned, that's probably what your sign saying. I learned from everyone's readings as well. They all resonate with me. I also love the phrase that we're requesting on the amulet, which isn't new but landed. All right, good job. Good, good, good. All right. Let's see. Who else? Who else? Who am I? Did I do Heather yet? Let's do Heather. Heather. All right, Heather. This one. Faux show, Heather. This card, faux show. For some reason, I feel like you're on this transformational path. I feel like you're in your cocoon right now, trying to get all pretty. Could be wrong, but it sounds like you're developing your colors and your wings, and you're so ready to fly, but you're still in that cocoony phase, but it's like you're so ready. That's what it feels like. Let's see what the cards say. You're ready to show your beauty and to feel good. Transformation. For some reason, that word, boink. Let's see, you got 2. Thoth light codes, which is this one. And then I am presence. Okay. Look at that. That's what we look like, sort of in. That's what I see angels, actually. This is the kind of shape I see angels in. Just these really bright light beings with this massive wavy energy around them. Anyway, Thoth light codes. It says light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic. Okay. And I am presence reads light body activation, accessing the divine within. So that just kind of validates what I'm feeling here, you're in this transformational stage. You're being activated. You're receiving downloads, is what it feels like. And that could be tiresome at times, but it's almost like you're being fed with the right amount of energy in order to get through it, to a degree where you can handle it. But the light initiation, it's like you're being transformed into a frequency, a place where the light is being activated from within, and therefore the teacher awakens, right? So it's almost like you've been the student now for quite some time, but now once the cocooning process is done, and it might take some time, might still take a year or two maybe for it to be completed, but it's almost like it's right there, and that may seem a long time for us, 2 years, but it really, just look how fast this year is fallen by. um, it's like you're ready to emerge and to become the teacher. You're no longer going to be the student, you're going to be the teacher, and everything is being activated within you. So you're doing okay in your cocoon. Stay in your cocoon. um, Take good care of yourself. Listen to your body, listen to the needs of your mind, your body, and your emotions, and really take good care of yourself, because this phase of transformation is crucial in order for you to complete the journey that you set out to be for you. Uh, so self-love and self-care is super important right now. Okay? Slow down, take your time, take it one day at a time, move at your own pace, your own rhythm. Don't put too many demands upon you. Don't put too many big projects out there for you to reach, but simply just take care of yourself, balance yourself out, protect yourself, and just find your joy, find your excitement, find the beauty around you. Just take sort of a time off of always wanting to accomplish things, and just allow the process to happen naturally without you trying to force things to happen. All right. So that's what I'm getting for you today, Heather. I hope that helps. YouTube Live has problems on my end. Uh-oh. Let me know if you guys can still hear me or see me okay. Okay, just let me know. I hope I didn't freeze up. Moon van Donselaar. Let's get you a card too. Moon van Donselaar. Emma says working fine. Okay, great. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Sarah. All right. Thank you, Sydney. Moon van Donselaar. Let's get you a card. Kathleen is up. Okay. Thanks, guys. Boom. There it went. We've had this one before. Look at that. There it is. It says, the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. What am I getting for you? It's almost like, how would I explain what I'm feeling? It's like you have all these ideas, things you want to try out or that you're interested in, or it just feels like you have a lot of stuff going on in your head that you think about, that you would like to experience, that you would like to try in your life, but you keep waiting for some kind of direction. You keep waiting for the universe to tell you, okay, you got to go this way. But it's almost like your spiritual team is saying, yeah, but you don't know where you want to go. You're a little bit all over the place. So if you don't know where you want to go first, there's no way we can help you because they need to know what you want to do first in order for them to help you get there. Right? But you're like, oh, that would be cool, and 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 that would be cool. And then you wait for some kind of guidance. And they're saying, you're the creator here. We cannot make the decisions for you, what you want to do first, where you want to, what steps you want to take to move in what direction. That's your decision. You have to get to a point where you decide for yourself what's the next step for you. It can't be this, that, all at the same time. That's just too much for a person to manifest all at the same time. So it's almost like go inwards and really ask yourself, what is the next thing on your list that you want to experience? Once you make that decisive decision consciously, then your spiritual team can work with that and try and help you and guide you through different means to get you in that direction. But you have to decide what the next step is, right? And so it says the more energy and intention you bring forth towards a certain goal, the more fearless you can be, because you'll have direction, and two, your spiritual team will be there to guide you. And in that kind of pursuit of a desired experience, you'll find a certain freedom. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's almost like figure it out. Anything is possible, they say. Anything is possible, and anything can be accomplished in this lifetime. But you have to start with one thing. And it's about time you start focusing on one thing first that could improve your journey, that could make you feel good, that could make life feel more valuable to you. But the only one who can make that decision is you. So slow down the mind. Do some exercises where you stop all the chatter in your head and just feel what it is that you want to do next. And then the ball will get rolling, and so on and so forth. And once you've mastered one thing, then there'll be room again to master something new, and so on and so forth. And so you can expand your palette, you can expand your abilities, but one ability at a time, one experience at a time, not this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. Does that make sense? He said, yes, this does resonate a lot. Okay, good. So one thing at a time. All right. All right. Let's see. Sydney Randall, let's get you a card. We're going for the animals. Sometimes we get so excited, and it's like, oh, wouldn't it be great if we had this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that? And then your team is like, well, pick one already, so we can help you. One thing at a time. Sydney. Card for Sydney. Hoppa. You have two, Sydney. Look at that. A beautiful whale and some kind of starfish. I don't know what that is. One says, breakthrough to new dimensions. Woo! A new endeavor is on the horizon. Innovative energy wants to burst forth into your consciousness. That sounds promising. And the other one reads, be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or future. All right, so it feels to me like you're just, for quite some time, something's been bubbling and been kind of brewing. Something new that you might might have been working on to bring into reality. It just feels like you've been brewing a potion in order to get something new going, something innovative, and something you can get excited about again, and something that's going to bring you joy and success and all of that wonderful stuff. But they're saying it's like right there, right? Like there's the soil, there's a little, the little head is starting to peep out. It's right there, right below the surface. But in order for it to surface into your reality, you have to refocus again. Because this whole time you've been in manifestor consciousness, trying to manifest things, working on it, doing the work, taking the steps, following the guidance, blah, blah, blah. You've been in working energy, working mode. And so now that most of the work has been done, it's now time to let go of that working mode and just become the feeling of the creation, what it's meant to make you, how it's meant to make you feel. Kind of bring your awareness now into simply feeding it, making it grow with an energy of knowing that it's already happening, it's wonderful, it's beautiful. Feeding it with patience, an energy of patience, just knowing that the divine timing will make it happen. It's about moving your focus from working and taking steps in action to just kind of relaxing and allowing it to peek through the surface, with faith in your heart, with belief, with knowingness that it's already a success as we speak, even if you haven't seen it yet. It's now time to focus on those kind of energies, and then you'll see it emerge from that water and in all of its glory and all of its beauty. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know if it makes any sense, but whatever it is, it's just another way of self-accomplishment, and it's just like something new or something that's maybe something you're approaching with a different, I don't know, perspective, whatever it may be, but it's something that's new and shiny and beautiful, and you've done the work. Now it's just time to sit back and relax and allow the universe to work its magic. All right. I hope that helps. Okay, Sarah, did we do you? Sarah, we have not. Sarah. Sarah. No. Let's do this one. Sarah. All right. That one came out fast. Come together. I feel like I need another one. It's not enough, Sarah. We need a second card. Papa. Oh, there it went. Transformation and come together. Okay. Come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps to get the job done. And in this transformation, this fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Okay. Sarah. That sounds good too, didn't it? For some reason, I'm also being drawn to all the butterfly wings on these two cards because both of them, butterflies here, but then these fairies kind of have butterfly wings as well. I don't know if you can see that. These are like butterfly wings. So it also feels like, you're at the end stage of something new, a new beginning, a new idea, maybe a new opportunity. Something is coming that's going to transform your journey. It's almost like your transformation is complete, your inner transformation. There's always work for improvement, but it almost feels like, you've done the work on the inside, you've done the transformation, you've gone through a lot of ups and downs, you've gone through a lot of processing, you've gone through physical aches and pains, and so on and so forth. But it's almost like that inner transformation that is complete is now going to unfold itself or reveal itself through a new opportunity that will be offered to you, that will be given to you if accepted, of course. Because one, I keep being drawn to the butterflies, like things are changing. Butterflies is all about transformation, it's all about change, it's about things becoming better and more beautiful. But there's also this thing that's drawing me. That one, there's bees here. I don't know if you can see very well, but there's like a few bees. And then there's this lady watering the flowers. And for me, this lady almost feels like the universe. The universe is, you've done the transformation on the inside, and now the universe is using that energy and pouring it into your reality to feed the flowers around you, so you can make beautiful honey, so you can benefit from that, so you can attract abundance and, just kind of contentment and happiness, because honey is sweet and yummy and it's good for you, and it's just, the transformation is complete, and the universe is using that energy to create something beautiful around you. So just get ready to receive, get excited about it, and just know that it's going to present itself to you when it's the exact right moment. Does that kind of make sense? So it sounds to me like something really positive, always something positive. Positivity is on the horizon. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to do one group card, and then I'm going to leave you guys for today. I'm sorry I blabbered a lot at the beginning, but I think a lot of people will benefit from what I said at the beginning of this live, and then we'll do again another live next week. Which one? Which one? Oh, this one. Okay. So let's do a group card. Point. Joy is the ultimate creator. This is for the group, for everyone who's watching or will be watching this. I mean, it's very clear. When we allow ourselves to participate in joyful things, joyful activities, when we allow ourselves to feel joyful about our existence, about our own essence, our entity, our character that we're playing. Because, sometimes I do this and I look at myself in the mirror and then I try to see the actor that's right there in front of me, the man in the mirror. We're actors and actresses in this journey. This is not who we are in essence. This is simply a character that we're choosing to play in order to have certain experiences to help ascend our frequency of the upper soul, or the whatever you want to call it, the collective soul of our consciousness. And sometimes when you gain that different perspective of yourself and you start to see the actress that's right in front of you, it makes me giggle, and it kind of brings joy because I think, boy, am I a good actress. Boy, do I feel these feelings very strongly and deeply, although they're really just, you know, projections of energy. Because that feely duality kind of thing just doesn't exist in the higher realms. It's only in the lower frequencies. Choosing a human incarnation is choosing emotionality. There's many other entities in our galaxies that don't have that emotionality at all. So it is a choice. And so when we can look at ourselves in that mirror as the actor and actresses that we really are, we start to see beyond the character that we're playing. And we start to realize that, hey, we shouldn't take life so seriously. It's just a play. It's just a movie that we're producing and creating and writing ourselves and observing all at the same time. So life becomes a little bit lighter, and we get to see kind of the silliness in everything to a certain degree, which can bring joy. And joy ultimately always becomes the best frequency to create from. When we're in a lower frequency, we will not be manifesting or creating anything. The only way we can create is if we're in higher frequency. So if we can laugh and just look at everything from more of a kind of hilarious perspective, boy, do I worry so much about stuff that's really not that important. Right? That's what I see when I look at myself and I see that character. I'm like, boy, are you a worry wart. That's really not necessary. It's only an illusion anyway. We're in a dream state right now. Why are you taking life so seriously? Just have fun with it. And it just gives me a different perspective on my journey here, which elevates my joy and my gratitude. And it just makes things a lot easier. Anyway, I hope this helps you guys. To everyone who didn't join me from the beginning, go check out the beginning of the video. I believe that I shared some information that I have just recently received that could help explain many of your symptoms as well. So go and check it out. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me again. And I'm going to go water my plants right now, although it's like 9:30 in the evening. But it's been really dry and hot here, and I have to go water my lovely, beautiful plants that are hopefully going to provide some food for us. And so that'll be my thing. I'll be surrounded by like 9 cats, and they'll all lay down and start licking themselves. That's what they do when they see me. As soon as I get out, they follow me all in a line, and I do my thing outside, and they'll all start flopping to the floor and start washing themselves. It's very hilarious to see. It's almost like they're saying, well, mama's here, time to take a bath. So that's going to be my evening, to just kind of focus on the moment, focus in the now moment, and just connect to earth, connect to nature, clear the head, recharge, and that'll be my evening. All right, guys. I love you. Until next time, big kiss. Bye.